SpaceX has been making notable progress in space exploration, especially with the upcoming third launch of the Starship. A significant development at the launch site is the transformation of the tank farm, a key component in the launch infrastructure. However, SpaceX recently faced a challenging problem with the tank farm. In response, they implemented a creative and effective solution, showcasing their ability to tackle complex issues in space technology. In this video, we'll take a closer look at this incident. But before we dive into the details, make sure to subscribe to our channel for future updates on the Starship and other groundbreaking developments from SpaceX. Since its inception in 2021, the tank farm at SpaceX's launch site has been significantly upgraded to better serve the needs of the Starship and Super Heavy rockets. These enhancements focus on the storage and supply of liquid methane and liquid oxygen. Liquid methane is chosen for its efficiency and potential reusability in rocket propulsion. This cleaner-burning fuel reduces engine residue, aiding in SpaceX's goal of rapidly reusing rockets. Liquid oxygen, used as the oxidizer, is also critical for combustion in space where atmospheric oxygen is unavailable. Stored in a liquid state at extremely low temperatures, it is vital for maintaining high-density fuel storage and maximizing rocket thrust. The tank farm's upgrades have centered around improving the storage tank's ability to keep these propellants in their required liquid state. This involves maintaining very low temperatures to prevent the propellants from boiling off. The piping and delivery systems of the tank farm have also been improved to handle the high flow rates needed for efficient rocket fueling, focusing on creating systems that are both leak-proof and highly reliable. Additionally, automated monitoring systems have been installed to provide real-time data on the levels, temperatures, and pressures of the propellants. This technology ensures more accurate fueling and enhances safety measures. The layout of the tank farm has been reorganized to better support SpaceX's growing operational needs. This includes optimizing the arrangement of tanks and infrastructure to improve access for maintenance, reduce turnaround times for fueling, and integrate more effectively with the overall launchpad systems. Over the past weekend, SpaceX workers were seen removing one of the 8 vertical tanks near the launch tower. This activity marks a significant change in SpaceX's approach to its tank farm infrastructure, suggesting a strategic shift from the use of vertical tanks, which had been anticipated by many in the aerospace community. The change was partly driven by the experiences from the first 2 Starship launches. As we all remember, the orbital launch caused notable damage to the vertical tanks, highlighting the need for a more robust infrastructure. The second launch, while less damaging, still impacted these tanks, underscoring the potential need for replacement to ensure operational integrity and safety. Musk and SpaceX have responded to these challenges by rethinking the tank farm's layout and equipment. The company is now moving towards horizontal vacuum-insulated tank referred to as hot dog tanks, due to their shape and size. These new tanks are better suited to meet the rigorous demands of space launches, offering improved conditions for storing propellants like liquid methane and oxygen. The previous vertical tanks had several limitations, including issues with maintaining the methane at the required specifications, complications in filling them with water for testing purposes, and their proximity to the launch pad, which posed safety risks. The new horizontal tanks are designed to mitigate these issues. They offer greater stability, a lower center of gravity, and are easier to maintain and clean, making them more adaptable for storing various chemicals. The introduction of these horizontal tanks is part of the preparations for the upcoming third Starship flight. The efficiency of SpaceX's operations was demonstrated by the rapid removal of the older tanks, suggesting a smooth and swift installation process for the new tanks. Initially, the focus was on removing the tanks that were either no longer functional or had suffered significant damage. After the first tank was taken down, the process was repeated with a neighboring tank. As of January 2024, SpaceX has been making significant progress towards the third flight of the Starship, with both Booster 10 and Ship 28 having completed their test campaigns. After facing challenges during a static fire test in December 2023, B-10 successfully completed a 33-engine static fire, demonstrating SpaceX's confidence in their engines and installation processes. This test also highlighted improvements in SpaceX's propellant loading efficiency, potentially reducing load times for full-stack operations. The booster was then rolled back to the booster bay for final preparations and modifications ahead of its flight. Ship 28 also completed its engine testing, including a full 6-engine static fire and a single-engine static fire, both conducted in December 2023. The successful simultaneous testing of both vehicles on the same day was previously accomplished in August 2022. The first integrated flight test was a groundbreaking moment for SpaceX, marking the first time the Starship prototype was tested in a flight environment. This initial test was focused on assessing the basic flight capabilities of the spacecraft. Despite being a milestone, it was understood that these early tests would likely encounter issues, as they were part of a rapid development process aimed at iterating and improving the spacecraft's design based on real-world flight data. The second integrated flight test involved Booster 9 and Ship 25. This test was more ambitious, aiming to push the spacecraft's capabilities further. However, it faced significant challenges. After the first stage separation, the Super Heavy booster Booster 9 experienced multiple engine failures, which led to its explosion. The second stage, although initially successful, faced difficulties and ultimately self-destructed before reaching its planned orbit. The upcoming third flight of SpaceX's Starship is anticipated to be ready within 3 to 4 weeks from late November 2023, as indicated by Musk. However, it's important to consider Musk's history of optimistic timelines in previous SpaceX projects. Musk's ambitious schedules have sometimes been postponed due to various technical and regulatory challenges. This flight is particularly significant as it aims to achieve near-orbital velocity and cover a substantial distance around Earth, with a re-entry planned near Hawaii. A key aspect of this mission is to validate the performance of Starship's heat shield tiles during re-entry. Currently, SpaceX is waiting for a new commercial launch license from the Federal Aviation Administration, which is dependent on the completion of the FAA's investigation into the failure of the second integrated flight test. As SpaceX prepares for NASA's Artemis 3 mission, scheduled for late 2025 or 2026, the timeline becomes a critical factor in Starship's development. Achieving a fully successful launch is paramount for the privately funded program. SpaceX's approach, emphasizing frequent test flights and swift iteration, is indicative of their commitment to advancing space exploration. And that's all for today's update. If you enjoyed watching and found it useful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.